Hey, it's Bucky here again with We Buy Houses Now Tulsa. I wanted to shoot a video here to talk about eBay and residential, commercial, land, all different types of properties that can be purchased off eBay of all places. Now, this source of properties has kind of dried up over the years. eBay has lost its momentum. It'd be interesting to see what other sources pop up out there. Craigslist, like I shot another video the other day talking about Craigslist, the decline there. So it's interesting how certain new vendors pop up in the market and how it just kind of weeds out the rest. But eBay still is a source of properties for us to look at to buy. It's also a means for you to sell your properties. We have sold a few properties on here. Those properties were not residential. They were actually land deals that we'd picked up from tax auctions or properties that were about ready to go back to the county or wherever it was that held the taxes that were past due. So typically on a tax auction type of sale, they will accumulate taxes for 3 to 5 years, and then after that they'll have an auction in which whoever bids on those properties can pay off the taxes and take over that piece of property. Okay. So those are usually free and clear properties. The homeowner is tired of paying the taxes, or, for example, some of the ones I picked up, they were HOAs that were due on the property that required a significant amount, more really than the land value was. So it's easy to pick those back up and then broker those back out and sell those after they go through the tax auction. But let's talk about eBay. I've listed properties on here, mainly land, acreages. So it's a great way to advertise that to a broad, group, especially land. I would say eBay still has some use for land, but let's dive in here and see what the residential market looks like as well. So if I click on residential here, I can go to real estate and search eBay by category and search real estate. So as you can see over here on the results, there's not that many states that have properties listed on here. So there's only 65. There's all listings here. There's 3-bedroom. And a lot of times you'll see these in vacation spots. Sometimes there's these fixer-uppers. And I caution you, be careful, because you're buying a property across the country and it's on eBay. Probably something wrong with it. These deals are too good to be true. There may be condos that they advertise and things like that, and you can talk to the owner association and really find out if this is a legit property. But I would be careful. I mean, all it is typically anymore is a means to advertise that property. In other words, typically most people aren't buying properties off eBay. They'll run a 30-day ad or something and put it out there. Okay. But you can see there's quite a few. I mean, there's some really expensive properties. There's a lakefront, waterfront home listed here. There's unique properties. So that way, let's say if you have a unique property and you wanted to get it out there, broadcast it further, like maybe you have an old fire station that you own, or an old school that you own, or those really unique properties, vacation properties, lakefront properties. Those are great properties to put on eBay, especially land. So let's go back through here. These properties, as you can see, there's an apartment building, lakefront. Pretty much that's what you see on here. You're not going to find rental properties. You may find some, again, this is a lake home, some condos and things like that. Here's a property that says wholesale Indianapolis. I'm not going to buy a property in Indianapolis. I don't have any contacts up there and even know what it's worth. So Moab, that's vacation area. Turnkey vacation home. So if you're looking to maybe get in the Airbnb business where you're buying vacation properties, this could be a source for you to look at. But for the most part, eBay has really dried up over the years on what they offer. So let's take a look at commercial real estate. If you're into commercial, this is a great way to advertise. Maybe churches. Maybe there's development land, mobile home parks, things like that. So those unique things are a great way to put it on eBay. And sometimes if we have in our network of clients that we work with, we may find an owner that's looking for a particular unique property, and we will scour eBay, or we'll scour these other sources and to help them out and show them where they can find exactly what they're looking for. Timeshare, whew, I would stay away from timeshares. If you ever, okay, this is kind of sidebar. If you ever go to a timeshare and try to be sold a timeshare, go on Craigslist while you're at the timeshare, while you're on your phone, while you're trying not to listen to them, and search for that name of the company to see what people are trying to dump their timeshares for. You may find a $10,000 timeshare they're trying to pitch you at that meeting that you can pick up for $1,000 if you truly, really want to do a timeshare. But every timeshare that I've seen I've sat through them because I wanted to see what their sales pitch was about. I wanted to see what their whole process was. And, if you haven't sat through one, I caution you, they're very, very, very good at their job to make you convinced that this is the best thing in the world. Be careful. So, but yeah, there's timeshares on here. There's, it's kind of fun to look at what's on here on eBay. There's other real estate. Let's check out what's in there. So there's a prefab home kit that you could buy, a castle home that you could buy, a business that you could buy. So eBay does have some unique things that you can find on here, right? So if you're trying to find something unique that may not be out there, a truck camper, I don't know how that made that on there, but as you can see, there's some unique things that fall under that listing. So depending on who listed on eBay and how they listed it, it's their own fault if they put a camper shell inside of other real estate. But maybe that catches somebody's attention. Maybe they know something better than I do about eBay. I've sold a few things on there, but that's not my primary focus or my primary business. So let's take a look at land real estate. This is a great way, and be careful. You see these, hey, I can get, 3/4 of an acre for, or 20 acres for $1,000. You don't even know where this thing's at. There may not even be a road out there. So you want to look at it 3 miles. With Google and GPS locations, always get the coordinates and plot it out and zoom in with the Google map or Google Earth and see what this property looks like. So just be careful there. There's interesting properties here. Yeah, they show a picture, and what does that mean, right? You get 1 or 2 lots. Excuse me. You can see there's, you can bid on lots. This was big right before the housing boom and bust, right? Back in 08, 07, people were buying lots and then reselling them. They were flipping lots, right? They're flipping lots on eBay. That sounds kind of bad. They were buying lots from developers in bulk. Say, hey, I would go through here and buy these 5 lots from the developer. Then they would turn around and profit and sell each one of those enough to clear themselves a free and clear lot. We don't see that currently today as much, and we're not in that. The housing market is good. Depending on where you're at, it could be flattening out a little bit now. I think everybody's kind of leery of what's going to happen next year with the election year. So when we buy houses, and now it's also, we look for properties, unique properties sometimes. If we are trying to find something, in certain areas, or we're just curious, it's often almost comical to see how, people put up stuff here. But, that's our jobs as real estate investors, to understand all the different ways people are using the different tools and to see if there's any new trends out there that we want to be aware of, because we want to be the experts in helping you solve your problems. Because when we buy houses now at Tulsa, that is our solution. We provide you a top dollar offer with 3 different solutions to help you accommodate your needs. So oftentimes we may look at eBay. We may even list properties on eBay. It's really, it depends on the situation, but it is another resource that's out there and available, and it works in some cases. Most of the time with single family residential, it's not a good option, but there is unique properties and land properties that makes a lot of sense for. So I thank you for your time today, and I appreciate you tuning in this video about eBay.